It's back to school season here in New England and across the country, and while it can be fun for both parents and students, it can also become costly. A recent study finds nearly 10 million Americans are currently living in poverty. And while families are working hard to make ends meet, federal budget cuts to programs like Medicaid, SNAP, and early childhood services are making the hardships even tougher. The Boys and Girls Club of Boston is hoping to ease the stress by waiving fees this school year. We spoke to the CEO of the organization to learn more.
Robert, thanks so much for talking with us, because we know you have a very exciting announcement when it comes to membership. I'll let you take it away.
Yes, so no, really, thank you for having me this morning. We're very excited that we have an opportunity to really offer free memberships to all of our members and their families just during this school year. And what really excites us about this is that just during a time right now, a time of transition, a lot really going on in our neighborhoods across, our country. How do we release and relieve the financial burden on our families? How do we ensure that our families are going to know that paying and money shouldn't be a barrier for their young people engaging or participating in our Boys and Girls Clubs throughout our city of Boston and Chelsea? We've gotten some great reviews from our parents about this, and this is just going to save them money. It's going to save them relief, and it's our investment in them. So I'm very excited that, this is just something we're able to do throughout our city of Boston and Chelsea to support our members and families.
Sure, this is going to be huge for so many families. What prompted you guys to make this decision? What were you hearing from families that brought you to this conclusion? Was it a financial burden? Were families maybe not able to send their kids? What was the catalyst that made this decision come to fruition?
I think one of the biggest things is that we're listening to our members and we're listening to the families. And we also knew this summer the financial burden for folks. We're talking to folks who are trying to figure out, is it going to be food? Am I going to do food? They're concerned about, are they going to be able to afford to stay and live in the city? So we as a staff got together and says, what can we do that can just have a direct impact on our families? And, and we came up collectively and just said, how about if we just offer free memberships? And some people are wondering, if we do it free, does that mean that families aren't committed as much because they'll have to pay? Not across the board. We're a trusted institution. They believe in us. We're approximate in neighborhoods. And we are the go-to place for a lot of families. So again, our biggest thing was this was a need for them. This is going to be an area. And also it's about equity and access and opportunities as well, that again, we didn't want our families, because of financial reasons, not to engage. So again, I'm excited, the institution's excited, and we're going to continue to keep looking what else in addition that we can do, especially as we know, there's a lot of talk around food insecurity. What is going to happen around food insecurity? So we're excited that we provide over 280,000 healthy meals a year. But now we're looking into how do we do even more meals at night and on weekends. So with everything that's going on, it's allowing us to really think and rethink how we can be more available, accessible, and more resourceful for our members and families.
Yeah, I think this is so great. I love what you mentioned about the equity barrier. This allows all kids to be able to come. How significant is this change going to be for families? If you can give us an idea of, how much they're saving and what removing this financial barrier may mean for them.
I think a few things. One is there's this mindset, and what we found out from a lot of families is, all they're thinking about is how do I get my kids active and engaged in programs? And the thing with a lot of it is cost. It's almost, you got to pay to do dance. You got to pay to swim. You got to pay to do all of these things.
And it's not always cheap. Those things can.
And it's not cheap. So you can actually walk in a club and know you're going to get arts, culture, and theater. You're going to get homework support. You're going to get swimming. You're going to get recreational activities. You're going to get emotional and social health and well-being. And you're going to get a snack and a healthy meal. And all of that comes with this package of free. Right? And, and we as the organization are taking the responsibility to figure out how do we raise the additional resources financially to cover that cost to ensure that our clubs or anyone aren't that they're all benefiting from this, and that is not going to be a financial burden even on our clubs. So we're going to take that responsibility to make sure we fill that need. But now parents are going to know it's a one-stop shop, and we can now publicly share it with more folks in schools, other organizations, faith-based organizations, that you can come to a Boys and Girls Club because we're strong, we're sturdy, we're going to be there, and we're approximate in the neighborhoods where our families live.
Sure. And I mean, you guys have a $25 fee for children 6 to 12, I believe is the cutoff. I mean, if you have multiple kids, that can really make a big difference for a family.
It makes a significant difference for a family because, I don't want to take families are thinking $25 is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. $25 is a lot when you're also thinking about, like I said, food or transportation or clothes. So you're absolutely right on this, is that we want to, again, ensure that it isn't that burden. We want to also, and listen, I believe very strongly, there'll be no one greater to help us recruit than families, because families will let their neighbors know. They'll let other family members know, hey, enroll your kids, sign them up to Boys and Girls Clubs, because your young folks get access to all of these resources, as well as helping, especially if you're a teenager, to get a summer job, to learn the whole college process. So all of those things are included with the club. And what I'm hoping that people are going to see at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Boston is a place that is going to be investing in you, investing in your family, investing in your young people, because we want successful, active citizens when they leave our clubs.
Well, funny, that was actually going to be my next question. I think a lot of families are going to be very pleasantly surprised by this. Maybe they want to join the Boys and Girls Club if they weren't already. So what's your message when it comes to outreach, or to families that weren't part of the club and now they might join? What's your message to the community as a whole?
It's a big thing. We're going to be reaching out. So we're not just going to assume they're coming. We're actually going to be doing a lot more about outreach. One of the things that you'll be hearing more about what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing something called street teams. We're going to have staff and others. We're going to go to places. We're going to show up in public housing developments and let them know. We're going to show up in faith-based institutions and let them know, as well as we're going to show up at MBTA stops and others where young people are, to let them know that there is this opportunity. So we're going to be starting a messaging campaign, a whole strategy of how we're communicating. Doing this with you today is also a big way of sharing with folks. But what we're going to hope also is not just the free membership. We're going to hope that people are going to look deeply and say, wow, I did not know that these resources and supports and this access was available to my kids and my families as well.
Well, and research shows, Robert, which I'm sure you know, is that when kids are active, when kids are involved in different things, that sets them up for such a positive trajectory going forward. It keeps them out of trouble. It gives them something to look forward to. So for anyone who's watching and maybe doesn't know what the Boys and Girls Club of Boston does, can you explain just the impact you have on the community?
Yes. So thank you for that question. What we are is that we're a leader in youth development. We have made a commitment to how are we going to focus on some of the critical opportunities for our young folks to serve. We're having a focus on our academics. How are we ensuring reading, writing, and math that our kids are going to get access to that? We're really focused on the wellness, the mental, emotional, social well-being of our young folks. If it's through swimming, if it's through programs, it's through our social workers, that we have social workers in every club. The other thing that we're doing at a very young age is providing access to folks about, if it's about learning about working or finding out what are those things that really interest young folks. So we want to make sure our folks are healthy and well. We want to make sure that we're providing the academic supports they need and the skills for them to be able to participate. But the most important quality that we bring to that is we have an incredible trained and developed staff. And our staff are the trusted advisors. They're the ones that the young people believe in and to show up for. And they're their coaches and mentors as well. So when we put those things together, with our young folks having a safe, creative place so they can fulfill their dreams in their neighborhoods and not having to worry about a fee, all that can happen is magic. And I really believe that. And that's what we want to be able to provide for our young folks. And if I can say one more thing, and what we do, in particular, and we know we're still recovering from COVID, like, and our young folks were that generation of social isolation. The idea that you can come into a club and that means you're actually interacting and engaging with folks. And part of that is that we're addressing social isolation just by the idea that our young folks can convene and congregate together within our clubs.
So true. And you guys are, like you said, in the neighborhoods. So they don't have to
Absolutely.
go elsewhere to break that barrier. They're right in their own neighborhoods. It builds trust. It builds community. I think that's really awesome.